hearing. But he said a generation said we will not walk. They said we will not walk. I refuse to be part of that generation. Mantles are everywhere. Looking for souls. Nobody cannot lose it. Where are the Elishas? Where are the Elishas? Where are the Elishas? Where are the Jehus? Where are the Josephs? Where are the Elishas? Where are the Joshuas?
Please, I want you to pay very keen attention to the teaching. The Lord is tired of having, I always say this every time, a crowd of people seeking His face and one emerges a champion. The Lord is tired of those seasons. So that's why He's bringing these teachings to us timely like this. Now, everything we teach here from this platform is in a bid to ensure you get to the peak of your destiny, right? There is a destiny in your hands. There's something God has given to you, and you're not expected to bring it the same way it is back to Him. Like the one man in the parable of the 10 talents. So everybody you see on earth has a place at the peak. Has a place at the top. The sky you see, people say the sky is my limit. Others say the sky is your starting point. And you find that we just profess those things, but we don't get to any of those stages. God wants you to become very great. The first thing you need to understand before I begin to teach today is that God wants you to be great. Thank God you watch people on TV. You see people's flyers, you see people's faces. I want you to believe now that you seated here listening to me, as little as you are, as you have no advantage, no father, no mother, or maybe father and mother, but there's no advantage. It's even possible your father and mother, your mom and dad are drunkards or unbelievers or are separated. I want you to know that nobody on earth is a biological accident. Everybody came for an assignment. Okay, me, when they gave birth to me, it was a mistake. It was not planned. My mother went to visit a young man in his house and something happened and I was giving birth to. So they told you are born by mistake. Listen to me. God does not release a child by mistake. Men can make mistakes, but God does not send a child. The Bible says every good and perfect thing comes from above. You are good. Right? You are a gift. When a child is given birth to, we celebrate, right? Yes. Because you don't know the process it takes for a child to leave the third heavens, straight down to the second heavens and down to this earth. So you seated here listening to me, your portion is not among the little ones, those ones that are not going very far. No. God wants you to be very great. Now, what about the limitations? A time came, God had to tell a man called Abraham. He said, because of the mindset you have, I know that your father was limited, mother limited. He said, please leave your father's house because you're going very far. And he took that step and we saw what came out of his life. If you don't believe that God wants you to be great, then there's no need listening to what I will teach you right now. Because somebody's life is truly about to change. I tell you, God promised me before I came in here. I couldn't even wait for today because personally starting for me. Yes. A lot of young people, because of... Okay, let me say this before I say that. If you don't learn this, you keep escorting people in destiny and not know your own path. It's not wrong to follow a man, but you can follow a man knowing your own assignment. It makes you stay. Are you getting what I'm saying? Yes. God wants you to be very great. It's not true that you must be a pioneer to become great. Ask Bishop David Abioye, right? But believe it that God wants you to be great. That's the first revelation you must have today. Now, there are 4 stages in every man's life. I'll be very, very fast about this. This is my message, but I think you have to know this. There are 4 stages in a man's life. The first stage is called the informative stage. That's the stage of learning, the learning stage. The learning stage. This is the stage where everybody, and this stage is from the age, those within the age range of 0 to 25. From 0 to 25, those within this age range, This is where they are. The stage of information. This is where they learn informations. This is where they get information, rather get knowledge. This is where this is the foundation of every man's life. This has nothing to do with the kingdom alone. Alright? It's not just the kingdom. Everybody you see on earth. If you don't know it, then you might miss out of it. So from 0 to 25 years, if the Lord permits me before the end of this year, or next year, I will talk about the graph of life, and I will break everything down for you to see how it is, so that you know if your life is in perfect alignment. So this is the stage of information where you listen to instructions, you learn, you serve, and gain knowledge and understanding. The second stage is the stage of execution, where you manifest what you have learned. This is the stage of manifesting what you have learned in the kingdom. So the instructions you have received, the grace, the information that has helped you, that has transformed you, the things you have learned, this stage is the stage where you manifest it. This is where God gives you an opportunity to manifest this God-given gift. All those things you have learned, this is the season to manifest it. The third stage, that's I think from age 25 to 50 or so. The third stage is the stage of legacy. At this stage, you should have made maximum impact on the kingdom. At this stage, you should have made maximum impact. This is a stage where you can begin to even write books, recommend, endorse people and other things. Then the fourth stage is a stage of rest. This is a stage where, not a stage of death now, or a stage I think around 70 or so. The stage of rest. This is where you should not work again. Bible says, I will do the work of him that has sent while it is day. Right? Say for night coming. This is the night stage of a man's life, where no man will work again. A lot of us sit here in the morning stage. You are growing into the afternoon stage. Now the doctor says you should sleep 8 hours a day, right? And I know a lot of us won't sleep more than 8 hours a day. If you sleep 8 hours every day, when you become 30, you have slept for 10 years. I just want to announce it to you, so that in case you are a sleeper, Bible says a little sleep, a little slumber, a little folding of hands, a little. It says, so shall thy poverty come to you like an armed man. If you keep sleeping, destiny will never come. You will never get to that place. Sleep 8 hours every day. When you are age 30, how long have you slept? For 10 years. If you want to be a champion, you can't sleep 8 hours every day. If you want to be the one at the front, you want to champion the move, you can't sleep 8 hours every day. You must sacrifice so many things. Many things must go for that grace to come. Many things must go for you to attain that height. It's one thing to be great, it's another thing to sustain that greatness.